Okay. So last week we started with introduction to Tableau, and we started by getting data into Tableau. Then we did some explanation on the data itself. Where's data source again? Where did I pick data source? I think it's there. I think it's there. It was there. Yeah, okay, good. Sorry. Okay. So we connected the data and we explained some basic things about data type and how to change data type from the front page. That is data source. Then we move into the sales, into the sheet. We explain some things about the sheet, and we also say some things about some of the uh, bars that we have here. Also, we made mention of the fact that our tables has been divided into two, where we have dimensions and we have measures. So we have dimensions, we have measure. And I remember we explained some things about what dimensions are and what measures are. So, and we started by building some visuals. So we built um, column chart, and also remember that we talk about how to convert row to column and column to row by using this option here. Also, you can use this option to clear your sheet. After you've done one or two things and you want to clear the sheet, you can do this. Then you can sort with this. Either you sort up and upside down, ascending order or in descending order. Then we also make use of the color option when we use the dimension to clear. We use dimension option for we use dimension option to create a stacked column. When we bring dimension into color, it was used to create a stacked column chart. And also here we use a measure into when we put color measure into color, it was able to distinguish we're able to distinguish between the range of profitability, because we use profitability to measure this. Then we also talk about segment column pie chart. So we talk about pie chart. We created the visual. We also brought in the labels. We use calculated field to get this, and the rest. Then I think we talk about the color, how to change your color also. Then we have the map. We'll talk about the map, how to create a map. So we created the map in two ways. We have the map chart itself that's called a map. We also use circle to identify the size of the sales that we get from each of the country or each of the state rather. Then we move into the time. We talk about time, where we use the other date. We explain some things, some basic things regarding time in the Tableau. So we talk about the discrete time, and we also talk about the continuous time. So we have discrete and we have continuous. So what we have here are discrete. They are limited. Why we have what we have here are continuous. They are continuous. So we're going to talk more about that today. And I think this was a continuation of time, and also this. So we talk about time in various ways. Okay, so let's create one or two more charts. Then we'll move to down the dashboard and story. After we created that, then we'll now come back to some explanations that are needed for this to know more about how Tableau works. So any question on that before we start? Is there any question on that? Okay. If there's no question, so let me quickly, let's create one or two more charts. Let's click on show me button and see what we can create from here. Let's talk about the bubble chart. Bubble charts. Bubble charts. So I want to create a bubble chart. I need one or more dimension and one or two measures. I think we will need the same thing for this also. Yeah. Bubble chart is just like the tree maps, except that tree maps comes in a square form or rectangular form. So the bubble chart comes in a rounded shape. So let's quickly create a bubble chart. So we need one or more dimension and one or two measures. So let's see which dimension we can use to create our bubble chart. I think let's look at the name. Let's see names. We want to see the customers by their sizes, by size of the this thing to tell us which customer is giving us more sales. Okay, so let's quickly do this. Let me bring customer to row. Add all customer first. Let's add all customer. So you can see all our customers. Wow, plenty customer. Okay, now let's bring in the total sales. So you can see what we have. We have, can you remain muted, please? So we have the customer and we have the sales. I just drag the sales into the text here. You can drag the sales here also, whichever way you like it. So now let's quickly sort this and see. Let's sort this and see what we have. Okay, so we can see that Sin Miller is giving us the highest sales. Oh, please, a minute, please. A minute, please, please, please. Oh, Bra, 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 bra. Are we still recording? Okay. I forgot to invite some other friends who are supposed to be part of the class. Okay. So, so we can see the numbers and the contributions to sales of our store. Now, let's quickly see this in bubble chart. So as it is, I can just click on bubble chart. So let's see. So we can see the sales from all our customers. So these are the people who give us bigger sales. Similar, you can see. Similar gave us the largest sales, I think, followed by this guy, Tamara Chand. So we can see how they gave us the kind of sales that was given to each of these customers. So although because we have a long list, so it may be difficult to see them all, but I think we can see how the bubble chart went well. If you use this, you're going to get the same thing. and see similar, followed by Tamara Chant, Raymond, and the rest. So we still do more on this when we get to filter. So I think it's high time I introduce filter at this junction now. Let's quickly introduce filter. We've talked about
Sorry, sir.
almost everything here. Hello.
Yeah, where did you put sales? Was it on size or label?
I didn't put sales on sizes before, but because I'm creating, I'm creating bubble chart.
Bubble
It will
chart,
use
yeah.
the sales to calculate the size that will be associated to each of the customer. All
Okay.
customer are equal, but the sales will determine the sizes. When I click on this, initially this was
Yeah,
initially this was what we have before. Initially we had this.
okay,
You get
okay.
it now. So when I converted this to bubble chart, that was when the sales became the object to the sizes here. Can you see now? So
Please,
this
I
now.
also have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. In my organization, I found out that they do this bubble chart based on X and Y axis.
Okay.
Eh, and I'm now suspecting that probably they were using this Tableau to make that thing. In fact, CDC, this Center for Disease Control and Prevention, does they use this bubble chart a lot.
Yeah.
But it's
To
always
tell us
like
where this
on X
to
and
tell
Y
us,
axis.
yeah. Not really, no, not really on X and Y axis. It's
Okay.
about the customer and the sizes.
Okay.
Okay, then it's about customer and the sizes. Now,
Okay.
assuming we want to, let's say we want to have more, let's say, okay, we have sales there. Let's say we want to have the profit by the side also. I'm thinking on how to, I want to explain something here. But okay, let's leave that. We'll come back to that later. We'll come back to that later. Let's just face this one now for now. I want to introduce filter now at this junction. I want to introduce filter. I think we all know what filter does. We use filter to sieve or to remove something from others. We want to remove some things from the numbers we have. We have, like in this case, we have like maybe 100 or whatever numbers. We want to see just like maybe like 20 only, or like 50, or we want to automate. We want the filter to work automatically. So whichever way we want it, so we can always use a filter to do that. Now in this case, let's say we want to filter our data based on the sales, the top 10 customer that gave us the top 10 sales. Let's say we want to filter based on the top 10 sales. Let's say we want to do that. Okay, so we're going to use our sales as a first example. I'm going to use the example like a three. We're going to use a measure. We're going to use dimension, and we're going to talk about date also, so that you can see how each of them work with filter. So let's start from sales. I'm dragging my sales to filter. This is about drag and drop thing. Now, the moment I drag my sales into filter, this dialog box comes up. It's asking me, what do I want to do? Is it that I want to sum? I want my sales based on summation or average or anything. So let's click on sum and click on next. Now we now have another dialog box. So the current range of value that we have between the least number is 4,833, and the highest number is what? 25,000 for 25,000 and this. So we can decide to have a range or what we want to show. And let's use the range here. Let's use like between 15,000 and this, and let's apply and see what we have. So you can see, so these are the only two customers that gave us between 14,000 and 24,000. There are just two. Okay, let's increase the scope and apply. So we have more people in this case. So this is how to use the range of value. Also, we can use at least. We can say, okay, we want to show sales with at least 10,000. You can see we can only have at least, while the other one here has been faded up. The other side here cannot be dragged again. We can only say, okay, we want 10,000. At least 10,000. All sales of at least 10,000. Apply. So these are the customer who give us between 10,000 and above. So we have at most. This at most, while this other place was faded up. So there's no minimum again. The minimum has to be 4,033. Let's apply and see. Here we have plenty people in this range. We have plenty. This is everybody come inside. But here you can see we have limited people here. And we have special. So this is where we can also say, okay, what are we bringing in? Our filter, should it be null value? We want to see those people who has the whose sales is null value, empty. Maybe they're just customer. They didn't add any value to us. They didn't buy anything from us. We want to see them only, or non-null, or all values. So let's stay with at least for now and apply. Let's click OK. Now, so we can see that we have our sales inside this box. Here is our sales. Here now we can see our sales inside this box, but we cannot see. We can it has not become interactive here. So to make it interactive, we click on this and we click on show filter. Can you see the option of show filter here? So let's click on show filter, and by now you can see it on the top right. This is where we have our filter now. You can see now. So as we drag it, it keeps working. You can see how it's working with our data. So you can now see the effect. And see the effect. So this is how to use measures as a filter.
Sorry,
That's
my
one.
internet took me up for over 30 minutes, 15 minutes now. I don't know how you got here, but you can continue if that's the question.
Okay, no, well, you will get the explanation as I'm going. What we did here was to bring in our measure into filter. I said I want to explain filter now. You know, we have a lot of customers. We want to filter our customer out. And I said I'm going to show this in three ways. We're going to use measure, we're going to use dimension, and also we'll try time also. We're going to use the three options to do that. So we have just tried with our measure. We drag our measure into this, and we after applying the measure we make, we just click on show button here. The show button here brought out our filter. So you can see the filter we have here now. So here we can now start to interact with it without clicking anything here. Is that clear? A bit. So the other thing I want us to try again now is, let's I'm taking this out now. I'm taking this out now, and let's see how dimensions will work with our filter too. So let me bring in dimension. Let's bring in the customer again. Let's bring customer filter. Now you can see what we have when we brought in dimension. You can see the option. You can see that the interface is quite different from what we have when we brought in our measures. So here it's asking us, what do you want us to do? Do you want us to show all this? What are you filtering out? So all this marked show that we are showing them. Sometimes you can use filter to filter out the check one. Sorry. So by here now you can see that we have all selected. If I check this box, this exclude, it means that all these checkbox are excluded. That's the meaning. When I uncheck this, it means all these are already included. If you apply, all these are included. You can see them. But if I click exclude means you can see that it has draw line on all this. That means they are excluded. So you should know that. So that when you check your box and you cannot see what to check for, let's apply this. See that there's nobody again. Because so let me uncheck this, and uncheck this. I'm unchecking the three of them now. So we only have the three of them that are not excluded. So yeah, that is how this exclusion works. Yeah. So let me bring all these people back. Now, when you need all your customers, just click all, and all of them will be here. That which is how it was before. So let me apply this first. Now we also have the wildcard. This is where you can say, okay, we want to match maybe some names that start with maybe all the names that start with S, and that we apply only name that starts with S only, or end with something, or exact match like you did in your SQL. We can also set conditions also. You can set conditions. So by condition here, you can say, okay, currently there is no condition for this. So let me return this. Let me return this first. Back to condition now. To condition here, there is no condition coming down, but we can say, okay, we want condition by field or by value, by formula. Let's look at the field here. We can see we have option here. Which field are we using to do our want to use to filter our customer? So let's use sales, and we want the sales to be by sum, and where the sales is greater than or equal to, or okay, greater than, let's use greater than or equals to 10,000 only, and let's apply. So we're able to filter based on condition. We can say, okay, no, we want to filter them. We can say, okay, we want to filter them based on the profit. Let's say we want to filter based on profit, and we want the sales. We want to see where the profit is above 2,000. Let's see, is there anything like that? Let's apply. So it doesn't mean that that should be sales only. So we can filter based on any of this option here, any of the condition here. So we just need to know what we are filtering out. We want to filter based on the customer ID, based on discount, whatever. So we can make use of that. And then we can also use because okay, the range minimum value or maximum value. So also we can also create formula here also to find what we are looking for. So let's go back to none, apply, and then go to not top. So we use this most often. This is commonly used. Top 10, top 50, top whatsoever. So by none or by field. So the field can be by the top or bottom. The top 10, the top 10, the top 20. Because okay, we only want the top 10. Apply the top 10 based on sales. And sales has to be what? By sum. Okay, if we want to see by average sales. top 10 by average sales. You can also apply and see the top 10 by the average sales also. So let's stop there and ask question. So we've been able to see, we've seen how this thing works. So let me click on OK. Now you can see that our customer now is now under the filter button here. From here, just click on the show filter, and you can see the filter here on the tie on the right there. So you can also okay. The filter can be shown. You can see the list is just too long. So we can say, okay, we want to see the filter, maybe by drop down. We have a single value as it is currently, a single value list where you can just select one and select just one here. So we have single value drop down. It's just like the list, but except that this will collapse and come up again. So you can say, okay, based on this, you can just select a customer only. Also, we can also say, okay, all, which is the top 10. Remember, we have the top 10 here. So, but the list here, sorry. So let me come here up. Also, we also have single value slider. Slider is we'll be dragging it from side to side. Each of the customer, you can be seeing each of the customer and their sales. Even though we cannot see the figure, sales figure here. Who can tell me if you want to be seeing sales figure in this thing? How can we have sales figure? Let's test our knowledge here before we move on.
Put it on the test.
God bless you. So let's bring our sales into text. Yeah. So you can quickly see the sales figure from here straight away. So as we are dragging it, we can also use this to move, since it's a single item slider. So we have multiple value lists. That is the first one now. We now go back to the first one. We have multiple value list. Here we can select more than one. Here we cannot select more than one. You can select more than one. You can select more and more and more and more and more. That is what multiple value list stand for. The same thing with multiple value drop down. From the list, you can select more than one here also. So, okay, let me go back to all. Okay, and finally, we also have multiple value custom list. So custom list, we don't have any custom list for now, unless we use a name, but we don't have any custom list here for now. So those are the way by which you can also, instead of having the long list, you can just have something like drop down here, so that we will not just have a long list and not be clicking and be clicking and be clicking each time. So that is how filter works with this. Now where is our line chart? Our line chart. Okay, so let's quickly filter with date. Let's see how filter also work with date. Filter with date is just like the filter with measures. So let's see how it works in this case. I'm dragging filter into I'm dragging other date into filter. So you can see that we have similar interface to what we have under measure. So now we can select, okay, what do we want? Is it relative date or range of date? So let's see them and compare them. So click on relative date and let's click on next. So here we can select what is the relative date about. We have years, we have quarters. Okay, you want to see previous year, the last 3 years, this year, or you can say, okay, we want to see the last 3 years, the last 2 years. So we can select number of year we want to see in this case. Okay, I think we have 4 years here. So let's select 2 or 3 and apply. Let's see the effect here. So, okay. This one. Okay, sorry. The last 3 years. That is, it's talking about the current year now. The current year, and you know the current year is not the anchor relative to today. So the current year, the last 3 years was not here because this is from 2022 to date. And what we have in our data, what we have in our data is just 2016 to 2019. So the issue of last 3 years does not come to play. But in the real life, we may need to do something like last 3 years or something like that, or last 2 years or whatever. So that's we're talking about relative date. So we can say, okay, so okay, let's we can have years, we can have quarters, we can have months, and we can have weeks and days. Also, we can say, okay, even as it is from here, because okay, previous the last three, or let's say the last 6, 7, that's 7 years. And if you want to change, you can also change this from here. You can still change from here. You can change from here also. Not responding. So if you want to see for this year or projection for next year also, we can also click on either of these. We can use quarter. We have quarters, previous last quarters or whatever. That is for relative date. Data is relative to what we have. But we can also have range of date. Range of date, which is which is usually used in this case of in the case of all these what do you call it, free data or free internet access whatever data. So here we have limited date between 2016 and 2019 only. So from here we can select our date based on what we have before. Because okay, our date, we want to see the range between maybe from 2017 only, 2017 January, 2017 January 01. Okay, so for January only and apply. So you can see we only have 3 years. So from that time and up to what? Up to 2018 only. Let's see, we are only interested in 2 years. Click 31st December. Apply. So we can see the way the filter works also here. It's okay. So we can see edit filter again. We'll go back to edit filter and the starting date from there's no ending date. This is grayed out. So because okay, we want to see the sales from here to here, and the ending date also. Because okay, we want to see up to period, and the special where you can have the null, non-null, and all date. So when we want to see the date where there's no sales, we want to see all those empty cells, you can click on null date. And where we have non-null, where there are datas, so we have them here, but we want to see all date also, we have this. So that is how to make use of this. And remember, like the same thing we have here, we can also show the filter also. You can show the filter and then you can start reacting on the filter, interacting with it from here. So you can see the period that the range covers. So, this is from 31 to 7, 2017 to 8/11, 2018 only. So that is that on filter. So which and you can also have multiple filter too. The fact that you have one filter does not mean that you cannot add another filter. You can have multiple filter. You can filter based on customer, then based on date, then based on anything you want to add, which is normal in analysis. So you can have more than one filter at a time in this case. Any question on that? Any question? Let me return the where we have I think customer will be okay. We have customer. Let's leave
We
it.
don't
Give
we
us
don't have question, but I just pray that we can remember all these things so that we can even surpass you, accountant,
By God's grace. By
in
God's grace.
accountant in data analytics.
You can always surpass me. Because I don't know. In fact, I don't know 1% of Tableau now. So I'm just a
If
learner
you
too.
don't know 1%, then there is problem.
I don't know. I don't know 1% of it. No, all these tools, they are just too wide.
Wow,
They are just too wide. So you will learn and learn and learn and learn and learn and learn and learn. You
you are
keep
right.
learning in all these tools. Yeah, you keep
You are
learning.
right.
So that is it. Because every day they had features. They had features. They had features. And when you are working, you come across a problem that will also throw you off balance. You walk, walk, walk. You ask questions. You Google, and you come back to the server. So that is how this thing have. So nobody knows it all. We're only giving ourselves the idea of how to use it, and we can always build on that. Whoever practice more will know better than each other. If I practice more than you, that means you cannot surpass me. But if you practice more than I do, then you become master. That's how the thing works. Okay, now let's quickly see this. We can see that we can see ourselves based on the top 10 customer, and based on the average sales. So let's see which of them give us more profitability. Can somebody tell me what can we do? We want to see them in terms of profitability too.
We can just drag the profit. If we want, you can drag it to text or color. I think we should try color so that it will.
Okay, let's
Uh,
try color. Let's try
yes.
it profit the color. Bam. So we can see which customer give us more profit and which customer give us loss. And you see now, sales from similar. Our deal with the guy was not really that profitable. How you see? That means this guy, we made more profit from the sales we made to this guy, Tamara Chandi, than we have to this guy. We have minus 1,981 loss. That's our profit here. It's loss minus 1,900 from the average sales of 25,000. How you see now? So no, I think from total sales, sales total sales, yeah, of 25,000. The Tamara gave us 8,000 profit from total sales of 19,000 sales. I see. So that is one of the ways by which we can quickly analyze our analysis. So even though we can see the color, we can see the size of the sales. At the same time, we can also see how the color can also differentiate the profitability at the same time. So two things is happening now. We can see the sales. We can also see the profitability level at the same time using the same data. Now, I want us to move to dashboard from here. Let's quickly see how dashboard works. Let's see how dashboard works. Let me click on this. Now I'm opening a new dashboard. So the moment I click on dashboard, you can see what we have. That it has changed from what sorry, look at this left side. It's different from what we have here. When we were on sheet, we were seeing the tables, the columns. But when we come to dashboard, we're no longer seeing the columns. Rather, what we are seeing now are the sheets. All the sheets that we created before. You can see all our sheets are now being shown here. Now, so there are two things I want us to first learn here first. Number one, these are dashboard displaying. And when you come down here, we have something here called tiled and floating. We have tiled and floating. So let's see how tiled work first. That's the first thing. Let's drag in our cells like this. Can you see that it has filled up the entire whatsoever? So let me drag this thing here. I can drag this here. Okay, because of the size. Okay, let me make this. Okay, let me remove this. Let's remove it for now. So to explain what the tile mean, can we see the tile option? It has filled up the entire place. So I'm dragging under cells now. I'm dragging this one to the side. Can you see that it has also filled up this? Let me click on this and remove this for now. Let's remove them for now. This is how um, tiled object works. So let me bring this down here. Consider it's not leaving out any space. It's filling up any space that is available. So let me bring the map chart here. So you can see, let's click on this. I want to remove this for now. Container, no, not the container. I'm taking out this self. Okay, let me float it so that I can remove this. Remove this later. I will also remove the item 1 with it. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's going on. Put it. Okay, good. Okay, so you can see that we're able to bring all our this thing together without any stress. We just drag them in. Drag, drag, drag. Just drag them in into this. And that is that. And that's how this tiled option works. So the other option we have also is called floating. So when you say floating, let me open new dashboard. When you click on floating, anytime you bring in, we just maintain its size. So you will be the one to now give the size of your choice to the visual. That's what I wanted to do before. So you can bring in this and drag it in. Maybe if you want it to stay here with it, can stay it here. Okay, let's just leave this for now so that this will tell us what each color stands for. Okay, so we can bring another one now. Let's bring in our chart, our map chart here. We have our map chart. So this is on this thing, and do we need this? If we need it, let's just put it yes for now. The color, but I think we don't need the color in this case. Let's remove the color, and good. So we have this. Let me bring the what again? Let's see one object we have here, the line chart. Let's see what we have here. Okay, let's bring in this. So you can see the floating, how the floating is working also. So which means that you can either use the floating method or you use the tile method to bring in your visual into this. Now, but before I remember something now, all our charts were not formatted. So we need to let's talk about formatting option. So let's quickly go back and format our data. Let's go for then formatting here before we go back to dashboard again. So let's format. So now let's start from here. Here we have the title. You can see that we didn't give this title here. It picked title from the name of this sheet. That's the title we have here. We can say, okay, we can double click on this and we can see that the title we have here is what? Is sheet. By default, the title is sheet name. Sheet name. We can say, okay, if you want to use, let's create something like this.
Click to get
Sales.
to get that the title.
You just click on the title itself. Exactly. Just click on the title itself and open up the title, edit title dialog box. So here I can say okay, I can also okay. Let's I want the name to be sales analysis by category by category by category. So let me subcategory, sorry, by sub category. So let me sell this and centralize it. Let's bolden it. We can use any font of our choice. Let's use Fardana, and can we make it a colored name? Let's see. Let's see if it's okay. And click OK. Now we can see this is our title now. So down here you can see subcategory. This subcategory here, let's right click on it and see what we can do with it. So when you want to sort, you can see that we sorted from here. It also means that when this subcategory can be sorted from here also, ascending or descending. And but in most cases, as it is, you just hide it. We don't need it really, because we already know that all these things are subcategories. So we can just hide that title there called subcategories. 2. 3. Now let's look at um this side option. We have what we have on the right side here. So this name, the sales name here, so we can filter by the sales name, by the sales figure here also, and we can also hide it. If you want to hide it, you can just right click on it and remove this show elder. Can you see it has gone? If you don't want to see it, since we already have numbers here, you can remove that one if you like. And you can also format it. I click on this and click on format. Format. So when you click on format, see what we have here. We want to format the sales value. You can format from here. Also, the axis, this axis that we have, you can do a lot of things with the axis. From the axis now, you can say, okay, you can format the text. From the text, let's look at this worksheet here. The worksheet, what we want to do with worksheet, let's say we want to give the worksheet a gray background. Let's see, we want to give it a gray background, and let's make the font 10, and let's bolden it. I will use some sharp color so that we can quickly identify, we can see the effect of what we are doing. You can see the effect of what we are doing quickly. So because we are working on the worksheet, everything we are doing here will affect the entire worksheet. Anything we are doing here will affect all this worksheet. Because of what we are, what we are working on is on worksheet. So you can put them in it form, and we can underline if you like. So I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't even need this for now. So let's just leave this and click get out of it. So you can see the effect of what we did on pane, on worksheet. It affects the pane. Pane is the center here. Inside here are called pane, and it also affected the header. If I say okay, I don't want to affect my header, I can come to header now and change the color of the header to perhaps green. The headers, these are the header, this and this. This axis is called, the axes are called header in Tableau. So let's make it 12 or 11 and bolden it so you can see very well. So formatting we did here affected the axis. Our tooltip. Remember our tooltip we did last week? We can also format from here also. And we can also format our title also from here also. You can say, okay, our title self. Our title, we want our title to be blue, blah, blue. Let's say we want it to have a blue background. Let's leave the font. Okay, the title it should be this and click. No, the title is not affected. The text there is not changing. Okay. Oh, no, this title. This title, yeah. It's okay. The formatting here is not, I can't see the effect of the formatting here on it for now. Okay, so the total line, the pane on the total, if assuming we have a table, and they want total to show, you can also format total line. So you can always, which means that what I'm showing us here is that you can format everything at once. And you can also decide to format some side by side, level by level. The total pane, the header, total header, the grand total, the grand total headers. So these are when we have a table. If we create a table, we have a table, we can have something like this. Something, let me quickly see. Let me quickly create one sheet to show something here. Okay, I want to do something here. I'm bringing, you can see here we have measure name. Here we have measure values. So let me bring measure name into row. Let me quickly show you something here. We use this for our KPIs. We use this for KPI. See what we have. So we have our sales, quantity, this, discount, and this. But there's nothing we're saying there. So let me change it from automatic to maybe text. Okay. But it's not giving me what I want on the Z. So if you give me text, I will have to bring in my number back into that. But instead of that, can we try this and see what we have here? Yeah, okay, good. Okay. Okay. Let me take this to column instead. So we have it like this. So if you want to analyze this, you can see the sum. This measure name and value will summarize the entire data that we have here. It has summarized the entire data that we have currently. The number of order we have, 9,994. The discount. But let's check the discount. That is sum of the discount we have. The sum of the profit we have. The total quantity we sold. The total sales we have. So we can let's bring sales first. Okay, sales should come, followed by profit. What is it? Followed by profit. Good. Then the quantity can follow. Okay, good. Now, as it is now, so we can see that we have this. So let's quickly see. I want to add so as this one is, we can put it in center view, and we can format it like this. We can format this and use it on our dashboard. This one can be one of our dashboard tools where we have, you remember how we used to have the KPI in Power BI, the one that we put where we have the number, so that says that profit. So we can use this for that option, for that purpose too. So let's format this and see how this can be useful. Okay, let's so on the font side, you can see we have on the text. The font we have been here, we have the text. So we can also have okay, let me duplicate this. Let me duplicate this so that I can be doing two things together. Duplicate. Okay. On the first one, name KPI. KPI. So let's format this. Format this. So on the worksheet, let's talk about the pane now this time around. Or let's put the entire worksheet in color. Let's use a gray for the entire worksheet. That is the background only. Okay. So on here on the pane, let's use black, which is the default, bold, and let's increase this. Okay. And what else again we have here? Okay. So I think is a bit bigger now, but there's something here. This is this is currency. This is currency. This is not currency. This is not currency. How do we differentiate between them? The one that is in currency and the one that is not in currency. So you can come to your sales there, click on your sales there, and click on format. This time you can see I didn't click on sales from here. I just came here and click on this, and I click on format option here. So when I click on format option, you can see that we have the number formatting. So I can say, okay, what do I want? I want it the currency. If I want a standard currency, I can just create a standard currency, Nigerian currency. I can just pick a currency. If I want a currency that is customized, I can say, okay, I want it like this, something like this. What should be the unit? Instead of having the entire long, and we can shorten this, and we can say, okay, the currency sign is N. And at the end, what do you want to add? If you want to add something at the end, you can say, okay, sales. This is just an example. So you can say, okay, click OK. Let's see. So you can see we have 2,297K sales. That's what the prefix, the suffix, and the prefix there. That's what they do. But that may not make sense for this purpose. So I'm going to remove it. So you can also say, okay, we don't need the 2 decimal place. We can make it just a 0 decimal place. And click OK. And want the 1,000 separator to be there or not, you check that. Oh, sorry. I need to remove this. The cells there. Format option here. We have the cells. So let's remove the suffix. We don't need it. So you can see we have 2,297K. So, and let's see, do the same thing for this. Let's do the same thing for this. Sorry, for profit also we can format a profit and do the same thing. Custom sales. We have this to be N, and we don't want any decimal place. And we want this to be in thousands. Good. There's something Tableau does not have before, but I learned Tableau has added it. I don't know whether I can do it. You remember in Power BI, you can copy format to format another thing. In Tableau, you cannot do, but you can format a sheet with another sheet. I think that has been introduced. You can copy a sheet, copy formatting from a sheet, and paste the formatting on that sheet. That can work, but you cannot actually do the kind of object by object this thing that we can do. So okay, quantity. This one does not need this one does not need any number, but we can put units there so that we can know the difference. Okay, let me quickly see this format because okay, you can say custom number. This is not currency. Custom number. That's okay. Units. Units. So you can click OK. So you can see, oh, double two zeros. We don't need it. You don't need the 2 digits. Okay. And if you want to remove the long K, you can, okay, you don't need 38K. Okay. And can put space. Sorry. Can put space between that and the unit. Okay. And this and this. So we can always do the formatting as it pleases us. Please, a minute, please. Okay. So that's the way by which we can format our numbers here. So the axis here also, we can also format this. What is our axis? Something here. So the name, the font here, the font, no, the alignment. Okay, let's first see this. I'm going to remove this. Let's hide this. Hide this title. We don't need the KPI as title. And remember, you can also format from here. From here, you can click on format. From here, you can use format. You want to format a font, you can format from here. So we have two things here. You can do three things: sheet, row, and columns. So you can format the rows, you can format columns as applicable to each of the visuals. So I want us to format um, um the row. I think this is column, right? The column header. Let's increase the header size.
Hakim, how did you put those things on top of the headings? Today we are not practicing with you, we're just listening.
No, I just say
How
this
did,
name.
yes, how did you put it
You mean the
there?
name? No, I just brought in the measure name and measure value. Automatically, it brought the name by itself. Automatically, it brought the name from here. From here, discount, profit, quantity, sales, and this is the order count. Is that clear now?
I did it one by each or what?
No, it brought them in by itself. I just drag in the measure name into this place, and I drag the measure value. So the system automatically summarized data itself
So why
and
is it
brought
not
in.
showing on my own like that?
Is that what?
It's not showing my own like that.
On your own like that? It should now.
Mm.
It should. It should. This is it now. This is it. Let me control it. Let me create a sheet and then delete the sheet for you. Just like this. This is it. Just bring one here and bring the other one here. Better now. This is it. Measure value, and this. And I change it to text. That is it. Then I rotate it. This is it. You can see the names and the other thing there. That is it. So it brought them. I can change the name.
Okay,
I
you
can change the
rotated
name if I
it.
want. Yes, I can change the name if I want. But for now, let's just leave the changing of the name whatsoever for now. So let me remove this cheat for now. So that's what we did. So come back to where we are, KPI. Okay, so this we are formatting this. Like I said, that when you click on the sheet, you can format from here also. If you don't want to right click, we are formatting the font. So we have changed the header font to this. We've bolded it. right? And I think that's okay for that for now. We don't need to underline it. So after that, we can come to alignment. You can see what we did is just font. You can also format alignment. You can see format alignment here. So you can see the option here. So where this thing is staying by the side, the alignment is by the side. So alignment of the sheet, alignment of the row, alignment of the column. So you can select which alignment you are doing. So we are doing the alignment of the column for now. Now you can see that the header are now being centralized. The headers are now being centralized. Now, okay, if you want to rotate it, you want to put it in the middle, up and down, all those things. You want to wrap, if it is long, you want to wrap it, you can use this option also here. So if you want to highlight, we don't have any row here that we want to format, so I will not do that. So we have the column. Now this one is now centralized now. Then we also have color here, shading. This is where you shade when you want to shade something. You want to shade the header, you want to shade the, like in this case, let's okay, we can't do that here. Let's just shade the header, the background of the header here. The background of the header, and something like this. And I think you can see what we have done. So this is, but like this color is not coming out very well. The font is not coming out. So the black, the font alignment, the font text, I think it's black, right? Okay, okay. I think it's coming out now better now. Yeah, good. So we can change this one to, we can put this one in color if you like. The what do you call them? The pane on the sheet, the sheet pane. And change it to color. Let's make it like blue, light blue. Good, good. So you can leave it like this for now. If you want the pen, if you want to centralize the pen too, you can also centralize the pen by going to alignment, and you can see the pen here on the sheet. You can centralize the pen also. So that is what you use the alignment for. And the background also, you can format the background. Currently, the background is white. That's okay. I want a gray background for this, or make the background black, and then make the font white so that you can see what we have there perfectly. So okay, we don't have, okay, we can't use line here. There's no line here. If you have tables, so let me quickly come back to the other sheet now. KPI 2. I want to add lines there in this one. KPI 2. KPI 2. Good. Here now I want to add some lines there. So let's quickly see what we can add. What we can add to make up the line. We have sales, we have profit, we have this. Can we bring in our segment into row and see? Let's see the effect. You can see the segment now. You can say I've able to segment this, and the segment and the category. Where is category? Let's see something here. I want us to have total and subtotal. Category. I want to put it in front of segment. Okay. I think we can have total and subtotal now. Good. So you can see that the same number, the same data we have here before. Now we are able to do more, dig more into the same data now by seeing them by the segment, and then at the same time by the category, each of the categories. Now, if you put this at the back, it will change it. You can see that we have category by segment. So you can always have more and more on the same row. You can have more and more on the same column too. For some visuals, that's when you see one or more. So wherever you see one or more, you can do more and add more and add more and add more to that kind of visual. Where you have one or two, you can have two, either on the column or on the row. Okay, so let's go to analysis there. Go to analysis there, and you can see that we have the total here. Let's show the total for the row. The row total. You can show total for column, you can show total for row. So let's show total for the row this time around. Where is total? Yeah. Where's our total? It's not showing. Total is not showing. Show total for row. Can you see the total? I can't see. Okay, show column total. Total is showing here. I can't see the one on the row. Okay, maybe it's because of the entire view. Let me go back again. Total for row. Okay, let's put from entire view and see. Standard view. Okay, there's nothing to total. It's not total. We can't total anything on the row because they are different entity. You can't add sales to profit, but you can add sales together. That's why we have total here. So we cannot have total on the row. That's why it's not showing. It's not giving us any answer. So let me remove this. I want to see subtotal before the grand total here. Click on analysis also. Under that we have add all subtotals too. Okay, show subtotal. So you can see we now have subtotal now. Now the essence of this is the reason why I want to show us this is on formatting, right? So let's click on format option now and click on let's start from font also. Okay, let me first do this. Copy this format. At least that would have reduced what we want to do. Copy format and paste it on this paste formatting. So we already have this to some extent, even though it doesn't make all senses. Doesn't make total senses, but at least it has taken some things off our neck. So let's quickly come to the lines here. This is where I'm going. I was coming to. You can see here now. You can see okay. We have on the font on the font header. The font header here is too dark. Is too light. So let's put the font header on black or 11. I think 11 will make sense. Bold. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. And the pane, I think the pane is looking too busy, but no Allah. And the total line, remember we said we can format the total separately. This time around, we want to format the total separately now. We want to give it a bigger, let's change the font to, let's see the treble chart here. Is it different from the other one we are using before? Looking for something that, oh, no, I'm not doing pain. Sorry. Tuta. Perdana. Sorry. I was doing the wrong thing. This is Tuta. Eda Tuta. Tuta of the Eda. Let's see. Let's make it bold. Let's make this Perdana. I have something different. The Tuta is showing different. I'll make this one for Dana too. Dana too bold also. Okay, I think it's becoming better now. Okay, the grand total. I want for Dana here. Okay. So we want the grand total to be bigger. I want the grand total now to be bigger in terms of this. Let's make this one now, just deliberately, so that we can be seeing the effect of what we are doing. Deliberately, I'm using those big font. Okay, so we're able to format all these pen and the sizes. Then we have the alignment. I think we worked on alignment before. So let's look at the color. That is the background. The worksheet has the background. You can have that is background for everything. You can say, okay, we want a row branding. If you like, you can give the total color its own background different from the one we have. Let's make it like blue. You can see the total color is now different. The background here, the total background is now different from what we have before for the pen. The header also can have the same thing. Here, you can see now is up to this place. Also, we have what is called row branding. You can have row branding when you want your row to have a particular color. You can select row branding, and let me quickly do that. Let's make it red so you can see the effect. Can you see the branding? One line to the other, it will be changing the color, and you can determine how the layer want to be, the band size. You can see the difference between them. How many step you want it to count? You can see 2, 2, 3, 3, and the level 2. So we have the 3, 3 label before each of the step. So this is called row branding. This is called row branding here. So we have the column branded too. You can brand the column also if you wish. You can also brand the column. Let's brand it with we have something like yellow here. Let's use this color. Can you see the brand color? The column were branded differently, and you can also do the same thing. We increase the band size also too. The band you can see is 2, 2, 2 space 2. If you can make it 3 also. So depend on the column you are working with or whatsoever. So we can do more and more in terms of Tableau, and we have the line here. You want to show the line in your pane. You select the type of line you want. You can show it. The sheet, entire sheet. You want the line to show in entire sheet. You can select the line, and the line will show. And you can give the line color if you like. Now you can see that the line are now showing. But and the other line also. If you don't want line, you can also remove line from the entire sheet. You can remove. You can make it none also, and there will be no line again. We're not feeling the effect. So let me look at, okay, let's use something bigger so we can see the effect of what we are doing. I think we can see the line clearly now. When we use a bigger and thick line, or use a thicker blue, okay? I think we can see the effect of the line. Now, if you use none, the line will go off. Can you see now? So let's leave that. So the grand total line is there. You want to change it, you can change it. The row divider, this rows, the row divider also, you can use a kind of thin line. Let's make it the same color blue as that's a row divider. It divide the rows also. Okay. So and column divider too. You want the line to show on the columns too. You can have column divider. Let's make it blue also. So you can see the line here coming up. So those are the things we can do with our this thing and the kind of lines we hunt. All our lines, we can also say, okay, the grid lines, you want to show or you want to remove it. The zero lines, we don't have any zero item here for now. We have trend lines. Trend line can be introduced here. That's our line chart. Okay, let's chart. Okay, let's make this. Okay, so let's create a trend line. Yeah, you can have a trend line. You remember what is called a trend line? You can have a trend line here, show trend line. So you can see a trend line from here. Remember, I said when you format this, you can have the marks and the bottom, you can label it. But based on what? Show mark. Just the top, the maximum and the minimum also. So you can see the trend line as we are going. We also have on the analytics of this kind of line. We also have what is called the average line also. You can have average line. And drag average line. You can see where we are getting our average now. It's telling us the average sales that we have. Well, we call this average line. So you can see the different line that we have there. So each of them can be formatted also. So all we are doing before, I think we are doing formatting, formatting option here. Lines, okay. I talk about trend line, the reference line, the drop line, all your lines, your ruler. So you can always format them here in these options. So font line, alignment, shading, the borders, all the lines that support this thing, and the type of lines you have, the column, the row. So you have different layers. You can decide to format them based on row level. You can format the entire sheet. You can format based on column level. So those are the way by which you can always format your data. So I'm going to remove this. I'm going to hide this also. Remember, I told you that all these name you can change them. When you want to change name in Tableau, want to change name in Tableau, just right click on the name and you can click on edit alias. When you edit alias, it will not affect your main data. Edit alias. You can say, okay, our revenue. One thing about when you edit this, if you go back and check, everywhere might become revenue also. Where is the name showing? The sales name. Okay, I think it's showing here. Can you see? It has become what? Revenue. Something will change from here. So it will become, so the name will change. So when sometimes the original name that comes with your data might not be the name you want to use for your analysis. So when you have different name, your analysis that is different from the one that actually come with your data, what you do is you edit the alias. We call it edit alias. This is number of transactions. I call this one number transactions. Click OK. So you can see. So those are the ways by which you can do that. So we formatted this, formatted. So let's copy this format here and place on the other one there. Copy formatting here, and let's place it on this one to save small time. So we have sales by segment also. So let's quickly format this also. Okay. Okay. Let's copy this. So its name, since it's using the name, we are going to keep the name, but let's do the name very well. Let's write the name very well. This time around, I want us to keep the name sales, which means that it's not compulsory that you have to change the name. Sometimes when you name your this thing very well, you can use it. Sales by segment. So let's format it. Bold, tab medium, color. I think we use something like this for the other one. Let's make it like 16. Now I'm going to the next level now. I want to add something to it. Sales analysis by this and by segment. There is of sales displayed. So I deliberately added this. Sometimes you want to add more than one thing. You can have something like this. Let's make this one small, and let's change the color to black. We can put it on the left side, and let's change it to 7 volt. Let's apply and see how it's looking. Can you see now that even though we have this segment, we still have a comment under the title also. So you can also have something like this. Once you still have your comment, or you can put it in the center also. You can put both by the server. One can be on the left, one can be on the right. Whichever way you think. It depends on how good you are when it comes to designs. So your skills can come to play in that case. Okay, now we have something like this. Let's quickly format this also. Let's format this. Let me see if some formatting here can still work there. Let's see. Oh, copy, 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 formatting. No, it will affect that sheet too. And what we did here. I'll look for something that make life simpler. Okay. I think it's okay. I think it's fair to some extent. But we need to increase the size of those text also. Aha. See the label. Can you, I want to show you something here again. The label is outside. Sometimes when you are doing analysis, you want to see the label inside. No wala. Just come to alignment here. And the local, no, this is central. No. The label should be sent. Let's see. Custom label. Let me check here. The segment, the sum of sales. These are two label here. Let's increase this. Color. Let's put blue. Let's make this one like 12. Why this one also can be 11. It looks bold, blue, or lighter blue. Apply. Let's see. Okay, I think it's not bad. Okay. Allow label to overlap other map. What's happening here? I want this thing to show inside. Okay, it's not showing. I want to show inside. Something like this. What we have, this number we have, we can move the number. See here. And put the number in the middle. Can you see the number now in the middle? And then you can wrap. I think I've shown you this. You can rotate the number, and I think it's okay. But now, but I can't do that with this. With this, where is it? Where is it? This is my I think we're on segment. Let's see it here. Let's see. Is that no? Doesn't work here. Doesn't work in this case. Okay, so let's leave that. But just remember that. So, but you can see how we can do that here. You can bring in your figures into your visual, but it's not working with the pie chart there. We have the map chart. Let's format this also. Let's put it in the center, and map chart. Map chart. Insert something here. Can we insert anything? sometimes sometimes when you are writing your name, you can see this insert box here can be used for so many things. You can insert, you can customize your name. You can insert, you can see we have assuming we have um let's say we are writing this thing, which is a sheet name already, which is map chart. You can insert something, you can insert name, you can country, region, something like that. Let's see something here and see. Although this cannot work. Because it's US, already showing US. Okay, but if we have more, there's a way we do this. But I don't think it can work here now for now. There's a way that it will customize the name. If you have more than one region, something like that. Okay, let's see this. Let's see if we can use the state name instead. Um, the state name or segment. A segment cannot work there. Let's do something like this and see. Apply sheet name. Apply. Let's see how it's going to look like. All. So all is showing here. It's showing all. If we filter, what will happen? If we filter, what's likely to happen here? But if we filter, let's see what we have there. No, it can't work. It can't work. It can't work here for now. I'm just showing you that you can also customize. You can customize your header too. It doesn't need to be fixed. So you can also customize the header by adding some things from insert or whatever to hit. But for now, it can't work. It can't work for now. You can see, so that's just the way. You remember how we had it also when we were doing tooltip. You can also do something like that also. Default caption, default whatever. So let's leave this for now. Let's just format it. Map chart. Map Tableau medium. We have this and click apply. Now, okay. So I don't think we should do anything on this background. Let's leave the background there. I think also this also we don't need anything here. Also, let's just copy this format here. Apply. Okay. Map with circle. Can copy. You can copy also another way to format. You can copy also here. So that's okay. Map circle. My map circle. I just give you that name. There's not like map circle. Please just use my local language English to write that map cycle, something like that, just to differentiate between the two charts. So we have the line chart here. Line charts. So with this, I think we'll be able to do some things on the formatting, you can always go ahead and format and format and format. Line chart. Line chart. So that's what I remember when we were doing this dashboard. So okay, so that's a quick one on so this was where we were before we going back to this thing. So I explained about the tile and the floating. So sometimes when you bring the tile option, sometimes you can bring something as a tile. For example, let's say we have this. Let me remove this and bring the map circle to this place. Okay, before bringing it, let me turn back to tile. From tile and bring map circle to this. How you see? Now I've brought in as a tiled option. I can come here and make it a floating option. Option here under this drop down, you have various options here. How you see? So here I turn into what? To floating, which means that if it is floating, I can remove floating option. I can also make it a floating option also. So we have that option there. Oh, okay, good. It's okay, but in this case now let's make it a floating option and float it. So let me take it down here. For now, let me drag this. Okay, so um okay, good. Let me add one more, Sha. Guys, okay. Let's bring in our this. Okay, I think it's there already. Where's our line chart? Just drag it and then make it float. Is it to float? To start floating. Okay, as it is. This thing I'm seeing. I want to hide the title for this. I'll go ahead and remove this. Title will go off when you don't need something like that. Okay, this is a customer. We didn't format this name to customer name. Sheet 9. Sheet 9. So you can always go ahead and do that, everyone, when you are doing your analysis. So you can do all those things. Sales analysis, okay, customer, top 10 customers. Let's just leave it like that for now. For this time, because of the time, so let's just leave it like that for now. You can put it in the center too. Entire view. Okay. I think okay. Where is our this thing? Okay. So here we can bring our KPI. Float. Because we everything is on tiled before we bring them. That's why it's doing like this. So we have to float it first before we can arrange it. But if it is tiled, it will be filling the gap by itself automatically. We don't need the KPI at the top. We can hide the title. Okay, good. I think you remember what I talked about our KPI. So it's now showing at the top here now. So you can put it at the top the way we used to do it. And if you want it by the columns, you format it the same way. Let me remove this. Now you can add title. You can show dashboard title. You can see that nothing is showing here. So let's show title here. Let's show title here. Dashboard 2. You can give it a name. Super Store, dashboard, superstore dashboard, superstore dashboard 2. I call this center, bold, and okay, apply. Don't have to do more than that. So I think we change this one to sheet 9, the entire view. Okay. So we have dashboard here. We have dashboard here. Consider we have 2 dashboard. Even though all these names are too big, so we have to reduce them when you are doing your own, so that it will look more professional. That's how to create this thing. So there are more other things we can do. More other thing we can do with our dashboard is this one. You will see when you come here, you see what we call the layout dashboard. It's asking you which device do you want to preview. You want to see the preview by which device. If you want a phone device, you want to use phone. You can see that it's coming up with phone. Now with this now, you can go back. Why is it locked? Edit layout. Okay. Fit all. Okay. So whatever we do, we show in a what? In a phone format. So also you can have size from here also. You can see the size. You can see we just use a default size here. You can say, okay, the size I want to use is based on certain thing. This is a fixed size. You can have a range where you say by so. You can have width by height. You can also have automatic. You can see that the sheet has become wider. Also, you can say, okay, from the fixed size, we can have under the fixed size, you can see that we have different options here. If your report, maybe you have a report that you give in A4 paper, or you have or your report is PowerPoint size. Sometimes some people will do some background in PowerPoint and they bring them. You see sometimes when you see designs on the internet that is dark, fine. Some of those design has been they design it from outside. They will not bring it into the Tableau as object. So you can have any of the size. Landscape for this. This is A4 paper, A4 size. So now, so let's stay by that A4 for now, and you can see this is it. You still have the space down. Even though we are not seeing everything, everything is there down. So this is another way of resizing your data. Now you can begin to bring your data into it. Another thing that people also do is that you see here what we have now. You can see we have this tile and floating option. Above them, we have horizontal container. We have vertical container, we have text, we have extension, data story, all this. So let's quickly see about 2 or 3 of them. Um, let's say we want to bring in, let's first bring this container here. It's tiled already. It's tiled option that we have now. I'm dragging this container here, so it has filled the entire space. I can say, okay, I want to bring under office container here, just like what we had before. No. Okay, I want it to be by the side. Okay, okay. Side by side. I can put this one at the top. So I have this at the top. So you can see that now we have one at the top. We have this one here. We have this one here. So the essence of this is this. Something like this, they use this container. You create like it's like you are doing what do you call it? Foundation for your job. So I will let me bring this vertical here. Okay. Now, as it is now, I can reduce this. I can increase this. Please, a minute, please. Let me pick this call. It's an important call.
Akim, I can't hear you again. Oh. What happened? Am I the only one not hearing you?
He said he had an important call to pick. He's
Okay,
not
sir.
talking.
Sorry, please. So this, hello, am I on? Okay. Hello. Please, can you hear me? Okay, good. Okay, you can mute. You can remute it. Okay, so you can see that with this, I'm able to create a kind of background, kind of what do you call it, foundation, architectural design for my visual. I will just be dragging them and be putting them into the size I've created. It's okay. Now, I can bring in. Let me bring one more to the top. Just use this as a sample. Sure. Um, You'll have seen people where they write some story, where they write notes on the keyboard on their this thing. So this is where you do that. So let's say you want to bring in. You remember here when I do this, I selected show dashboard, but in some cases here, I may not show my dashboard. I can just bring in a vertical, a horizontal container to the top here. I can bring a container here and bring my text into the middle. I can bring my text here and I type the text. Dashboard. First BMC Jan 2024 first dashboard. Board center. W board. Let's make it like 12 and click OK. Okay. So we can say, okay, let me reduce this. Okay. I want to take it above this container here. You can see that that is it. This is it. As it is now, I may like, I may want it to have a border on all the sides. I can add border to it. Can you see now? This is it. And all this also can have the same thing. I can add border to them. I want to show border. And this one in the middle here, I can reduce. Sometimes they use all this into design for design purpose, so that you can just see some lines in between them. Okay, this one, let me make it, let me do something here. Floating. No, what is it? I want to reduce the size. The size. Move container. The select. Okay. The background is too thick. I want to reduce it from this size that we have, but it's not reducing. So sometimes you can have all this line. You can even have it in the middle. Put it in the center of them so that they will say it will separate them from each other, or something like that. So let me put this in the center here. Let's see. And then you see something like this. So something like this. This I think you understand what we are trying to achieve there. Okay, let me go back. Okay, so where we were before, we were on the dashboard 3. On this dashboard. So now I was explaining that sometimes you don't need to show your title. Sometimes you may not show your title. You may just bring in a text and put it in the title place. So, and you give it a name. Okay, text title. For now, centralized. Okay. So for now, this will go up. So you can see the design. So as you are coming, when you are bringing your this thing, this, okay. Well, I was looking for it here. It wasn't showing here. I click on this. Okay, fit, not showing. Is there? You can look at it from here. When I click on this text box, this thing, we have fix height. I can fix the height instead of this wide height. I can fix the height, or I can edit the height. Sorry, let me edit the height from here, and let me edit the height. Can reduce the height from here. Edit the height to maybe like 8 rather than the top of the bottom. Maybe like 15. Let's see. Okay. Okay. But I said it will not show the dashboard title now. Is it a title? Let me move title from here. Let me bring in this. And container. Please again, please. Okay. So as it is now, we can say, okay, this is our title. Can put our title here. Let me give it a wider something here. Bold. And let's make it like 16. Bold. Okay. Text title. This is spacing between them. We can have a text, some of the text. Maybe you have a short, small report that you want to add. Click on here and make it and add some text here. Basically, we have just add something like this. Just add something as a text, random text. Now, you can give it a background if you like. Normal background. You can give it. You can add a background to this. To give a background to your this thing. You come here. So, okay, you can give it a background from here. You can give it a background. This the color, the background. Make it a gray color. You can add another text again. So sometimes when you see some visual, you see some text in between them. This is how they add those text. So let me bring on that text here. That displays. You can just have your text and okay. It's okay. Just put it here. Format it. So you can see some text when they add text to images and whatever you do that. Use also when you want to add image in Tableau, you bring image. Let's say you want to bring where we put image. Okay. Let's just bring in an image. Image. Choose. Look for logo. Look for a logo. And let's click. Want to add any apply. Okay. So this is the logo now. That's okay. I can float it. Let's float it now. Time around and take it to wherever I want to put it. Maybe I want to put it somewhere here. You can hide it. Hide your logo. You can put it anywhere you want to hide it. So these are the things. These are other things you can do with your dashboard when you are creating your dashboard. So you can do as many things as possible by using this all these options that we have here. So you can always use this. And the download button are just navigation button. They are also useful. If you have more than one sheet, you can also add the navigation button that you guys want it to be to this navigation. So add the navigation box to it. I don't have any navigation something. So when you click on it, it takes you to where you want navigation to go to take you to. So those are the things that we use to format our dashboard and make it more presentable. Okay, so the next thing I want us to look at is story. Any question on dashboard before I move, please? So I just show how to create dashboard using different approach. So all this one you cannot begin to bring your visual into this. Okay, sorry, we float it now. You cannot float this. You cannot float this now and start to be bringing your visual into it one by one. You can just bring your visual into the first one here and try to align it to the size already. And we have this size here. You can begin to have the size of visual, all visual you have. You can now begin to bring them one by one. Since you already have the background that you want to use, so you just begin to drag and drop your visual into the background. So look at this. Which visual is coming here? You look at it, you bring it here. Exactly now. So any question on the dashboard? Before we move. Any question? Any question? Any question before we move to stories? Because after story, we still come back to some other point in Tableau also. We still have more things to learn. So you can start bringing your visuals, bringing your stories, anything into the old. Okay. So now and here we have this option here. This option called okay. I think Anna has a question. Please hold on. Hello, Anna. Okay, I will check it. Between what? Okay. Voila, I will show you. So the difference is sheet contain one visual. Sheet contain one visual each. Dashboard is a combination of more than one visual. We have more than one visual in a dashboard. You can see that even at dashboard level, you see that the sheet are shown. You can see all the sheet that we have. We drag the sheet into dashboard. We don't build visual here. We bring the visual into the dashboard. Is that clear now? So, we have the dashboard 1 and 2, and I want to explain what we meant by story. The third option here is called story. Stories. So when I click on stories, you can see that the interface is also different from what we have when we brought in our dashboard. See what we have here. You can see we have sheet. We also have dashboard. We have sheet and we have dashboard under story. So you can bring your sheet into story. You can also bring your dashboard into stories also. So how do we bring them in? Let's quickly see how to use this. Remember, you have this option of layout. It's also available is here. The caption boxes. This is the caption boxes. You want to give number, you can add number. You want to use as a number or dot or arrow. The arrow only. The arrow will show you the next and the next. Show you. So let's go. Let's go back to custom boxes. I will see the arrow later. So the story. So let's bring the first visual into this. The first visual into this. If you want to give it a name, you give it a name. You don't want to give a name, remove the name from it. Now we have these are visual. These are first visual. The essence of story is that this is where you narrate, you explain your data. We use stories to explain our insight, what we get from this data. Um, it may take some time to do this. Let's quickly look at something here. These are first data. Where is it? Okay, these are first data. Let's quickly do something here. Um, mm, 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 mm. I can explain this data setting. No. No. I want you to explain some things from the data itself. Let me see something here. Oh, there's something I'm missing. I want to generate insight from this data by itself. We do it, instead of typing the analysis. Mm, 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 mm. Find fit. Mm. We generate text. I want to generate some text for what do we do? What do I do here? Um, analysis. Let me check on the analysis. Explain data set. No explanation. No, not this. Worksheet summary. Okay, let me show summary. I think this is it. Summary of the data. No, no, not this. Describe sheets. Let's describe the sheet and see. Okay, description. This is a description showing some of this. Mark, automatic, sorted this. This. This is not everything. This is not what I want. It should be to explain the data. It should be to explain this data to us, just like we did in what do you call it? In in Power BI. So let me just copy this. Just copy this. Let me just copy this and come to my story. Go back to my story one. These are four stories. Here's our story. Where is the story one again? Okay, story one. Okay, I can just come here and type everything I want to type. Everything I want to explain about this data, I can just put it there straight. All my explanation will be here. So you can see my explanation now. Now I want to add another story to this. What do? Just click on blank. I click on blank, and that one is there. I say, okay, this another cell, this another thing I'm bringing in to this. Then I can write anything I want. All my explanation about this also can be here. I can bring my explanation here. Let me also copy the same thing and paste here. Okay. At least to make it like to show like anything. Okay, you can have that. We can add more again, add blank again. So all your explanation, remember this box, this is where you write your explanations. Oh no, the same thing. So you can have as many as possible. Maybe you want to explain, if you want to talk about customer, all your visual on customer can come here. Do everything about customer, write them, this and that. You want to talk about what do you call it? About sales. All things, everything about sales can come here. You can even bring your KPI to this. And let me add one more by bringing in one dashboard. So all your story, everything you want to explain will show here. Now, how does this work? This story, what do we want to achieve with the story we are talking about? So let's click on this. So this is where you use your story. So you can see, so everything you talk about, this is used for presentation purpose. So this is where we started from. Then you can move. When you talk about this, move again, move again, move again, move again, and then you keep moving. Presentation mode to exit presentation. So this is used for presentation mode. So you can see that. So this one you can increase the size if you like. You can reduce the size. And like I said, the pointer here, arrow only. This is what the arrow only means. And you see you can move. Instead of having the story there, the explanation there, you can move. So and you use your mouth to explain what the data stand for. And if you are using dashboard, remember dashboard you can have stories on it. You can have your text explanation on the dashboard. The reason why we're having this small dashboard is that because the size of this sheet is different from the size of our dashboard. That's why we are having the empty space by the side here. If you look at the size here, side of the story, we have 101 by 964. 101 by 164. If you look at our dashboard there, our dashboard is just size 420 by 560. Can you see the size? So the size are not that's the reason why you are having that empty space by the side there. So that is that about the dashboard and stories. Any question so far? So we cannot go back to our Tableau again. So you can see that Tableau is can you can unmute and talk. Let's quickly discuss on what we've learned so far on Tableau. You can unmute and talk before we proceed. Let me hear your views on Tableau. If you can hear me, please unmute and talk.
Hello. Let
Hello.
me let me bear the cat. Tableau is a
Okay,
very
thank you very
good.
much.
I'm not talking to you. Go and stay there. Tableau is a very good visualization tools,
Yeah,
and I believe with constant practice, he will soon
yes,
become an expert there.
with God's
Personally, I
grace.
see it as a cheaper and a better alternative to Power BI. Though the two of them are good, really.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. Both of them are good. It just depends on which one you want to achieve, what you want to achieve, and the affordability. If a company can afford Tableau, Tableau will give you massive support. But the issue is it's expensive in terms of buying. It's kind of expensive. So that is it. OS again has something to say about Tableau. So before so that I can save this and perhaps explain. Okay, let me explain what I'm not. Let me explain one or two more things before we move. I sent some data in the morning. I think we've downloaded it, right? Have we downloaded what I sent in the morning? I sent actors and whatever. Sent actors. I think I said about 2 or 3 new data sets to us. I think I sent 2 or 3 data sets. If you have not downloaded,
We
if you have not,
saw it really, but
yeah,
some of our internet has been so
cannot go
bad.
through.
I
Yeah,
was even
cannot go.
surprised I'm able to join the meeting today.
The internet has been very bad since two
I'm
days
telling
ago.
you, so
Yeah,
terrible.
they said there is underwater damage or something like that.
Hmm.
God will
The
help
truth
us
of the
out there.
matter, all the things you are saying, all this while, my network is cutting me off. So I don't even know where you have started. I don't know where you have ended. I'm just saying the only thing that I just believe that at the end of it,
You got
I will
video.
watch. If you from the time I asked you to show me how you train it, that time my data has been every second. So I didn't even follow up to this moment where you are now. I don't know whether you are hearing me because the thing is just giving me.
Going off and now.
I
You,
I
I'm
think you are
hearing you
using
very well.
MTN too.
Yes, I'm using MTN now.
The thing
I'm also using MTN now.
has
I'm
been
also using MTN.
terrible.
I'm also using
My
MTN. I think location
my
too.
area here, my
I
area
think
here, when the network is good, sef, is a
I
different
think I
something.
think I think it has to do with location too because I'm also using MTN also. I also
So
use,
I will be
The
glad.
way I'm even able to,
I don't know. I
the
don't
way,
know that how you take turn that thing because if I can get that, you are turning the head road to roll. If I can get it, every other thing will be okay.
that's not hard now. Just click on this. Just click on this button here. That's what we learned this one the first day now.
Because I'm trying to turn that.
We've learned this one the first day. Since first day. This is swapping row and column. You can see it here. Swap row and
I
column.
did it. I did this. Is not swapping the heading I want. Or you want me to share it for you?
Unfortunately, and that means you don't have column and row. Maybe the visual you are,
Huh?
maybe the visual you are using maybe the visual you are using does not have column or row. Where you want to use it, your visual should have either column or row. If your visual, for example, in like a pie chart, you cannot use it. In line chart, you can use it. Can you use it in line chart? Don't know. Let's check line chart. Can we use? Okay, we can use it in line chart.
Which
Have column and row. So, but if you have a visual that cannot use it, if you don't have anything in your column or you don't have anything in row, it cannot work.
is not
You should have something.
the bubble chart we are using for it?
No, bubble chart doesn't have. There's no column and
Which
row in
one?
bubble chart now. There's no bubble chart. There is no
Which are we
row
using
on
for
column
this?
in bubble chart. Any other visual that has either column or row, that's what you can swap. You can see that it's not even active. There's no column or row in this. There's no column or row also in this one. Any visual that doesn't have row or column, you cannot swap row. But any visual that has row or column can swap. Can see any visual that has column or row can swap. But if there's no column, there's no row. What do we swap? What are we swapping? Nothing. Okay.
So
So
the place you took measure to, I mean, the place you took the dimension measure and value to.
the mail name,
Listen.
anyone, you can put in anyone. You can put in column or in row. If you like, you
So
can
when
put
they
it in
now swap
column or
it,
row.
why is it not showing it? Okay. Give me 2 seconds to
It
share
will
my.
show.
Maybe you have already
It's
finished.
showing here now. Okay, share your screen. Let's see your screen. Let's see your screen.
Okay.
Anna, you have any question again?
So why is it not showing? Can you see it?
Yes. There's nothing. Wait. You have measure value. There's no measure name. Is there now? Yeah. Okay. What are you showing here?
So when you now swap
Wait.
it, maybe this is the swap.
Wait. We can't see anything. You only have text inside here. You only have text. There's no number here. You know what you do? No, don't worry. You can bring your you can bring your measure name into text, or you click on this under show me. The first option on the under show me. Yeah,
This
you
one.
can do. Yeah, click on it. This is it. Can you see the difference? Can you see now? What you having before? You only have ABC. There's no figure. What you have
Okay.
before? You only have ABC.
Okay.
So there's nothing you are swapping. Now you can swap
Okay.
now. You can swap
Okay.
now.
That's fine.
Good.
Okay. That's fine.
At least you've gained something now.
Yes. Yes.
After your internet has done the magic. Okay.
Wahala. God will help us.
Good. So you can see. So let me share my screen, but you can take your screen. Presenting. Okay, my screen is coming back up. Okay, so now let's quickly look at something again. There's something left here that we have not talked about. That is pages. Pages. I think you've seen pages. We've talked about mark shelf. We've talked about filter shelf. We've not talked about the pages. The pages. When you right click here, you can see that we have column shelf, row shelf, filter shelf, and page shelf. So caption. Was I looking for caption before? Why? Sorry. I was looking for something before to explain the data. Why? Okay, let me see caption. No, this is not what I want. Caption, this and that. Let me check something. Caption here. Okay, summary and caption. Let me see difference there. Okay, it's caption now. It's caption I was looking for before, but I want it to generate it so that I can copy it. But something like this, where you can see the percentage, the kind of the explanation of data, some the mark label, and no, it's not what I want. Okay, later, Sha. Maybe if I get that later. Okay, so I want to explain how to use the mark shelf. The mark shelf. There's nothing here. I'm bringing 2 dimension now. I'm bringing 2 dimension first. We use the shelf. Shelf is used together with the dates. It's a way we use shelf work in a way that it makes your date interactive. So let's quickly look at how it works. I'm bringing this sales into this, and I'm bringing my profitability into this. So you can see where the date and the profit meet. It's called a point. This is called, in Tableau, we call it mark. Mark. We have one mark. If you look down at the bottom left here, can you see one mark? You only have one mark. If I had any of these, if I had something like this into it, let's put it into, okay, let me put something. Oh, thank God. It's not talking about a shape. There is shape now. Let me bring something here. I drag region into shape. You can see that we have different shapes now. Okay, let me drag this into, let me remove this. Sorry, I want to do something instead. I'm dragging the category into shape now. You can see we have three
What is the name of
categories.
this thing you now? What's the name of this this sheet you are creating?
It's sheet 12. I want to explain how to use the page shelf, and I'm explaining some other. I want to explain something else again along this. Is that clear? This is what brought me here. What brought me here is on page shelf itself. And what I have done so far, I brought in my profitability and sales. So we can see where two measures meet. It creates a point for us. This is where the sales and profit meet. So that means at this point of 300,000 or so ever, we made profit of about 200,000. Oh, so at sales of about 2 million or so here, we have the profit of 300,000. So that's the point where we have. Now I want to break this thing down into pieces. Then I brought in my category into shape, because I remember that all this while the visual we had before does not have shape. Now this visual has shape now. So I'm bringing my category into shape. You can see now that we have different shape for different category. Different shape for different what? Categories now. Okay, so as it is now, we now have 3 marks. Before we have 1 mark, but now we now have 3 marks now. We have 3 marks here. So with 3 marks now, if I bring in, let me now do something again. Let me bring my region. I think I used region before. Let me bring region into color. I will now bring region into color. Now we have 12 marks, because each category has 4 region. Each categories, we can see the sales. This is furniture at central. We have revenue of 163 and profit of minus 2,000. This is furniture again from the east. You can see the sales. So here we have technology from the east, technology from the west, technology from the central, technology from the south. So you can see that is how we're able to do that. Now, but what happens when we want to change this image? If you don't like this image, what do we do? Just go to your shape, click on the shape, and here you see default option here. You can see what we have here. Okay. Now, I have this image here. How do we add something like this? When you want to use your personal image, you have image you want to use. Let's quickly go on the internet and look at something again. Let's come here. Let's say logo maker. Let's quickly look at let's find like 3 or 4 logos. or image maker. Let's quickly look at 3 images. Slow. So I want to show you how to use your personal image. If you want to use so while that one is loading, while that is still loading, so let's continue with our class. So I can come here under this shape, and here I have some images I've used before under the superstore. I can use this. I can say, okay, I want this one to represent this. I can say, okay, this one for furniture. Click on furniture and I say this. I can click on office equipment and say this. So I can always change this. So, but let me use this, what I have here before. I think office furniture, this is furniture. Office supplies, this is something like that. And the technology will be something like this. I can click apply and I click OK. You can see them now. Each of them is now showing here. If you want to show them in size, you can bring your sales into this. So the size will now be according to the sales. So I can increase the size so you can see better. So the bigger they are, the bigger the size, the sales. So for the furniture now, we have more furniture sales here, followed by this, followed by this, followed by this. For the office supplies, we have more sales here by this, followed by this. Where's the list one? I think we only have 3. We only have 3. Then we have this. Maybe the other one is too tiny. I can't see the 8th one. You have this 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. So you can always use image. So you can get your image online, or if you have it on your system, you have image. The image is not loaded. Okay. Furniture logo. Furniture logo representation or something like that. Yeah? A logo icon. Let me call it icon. Okay, you can use something like this. Let's pick something like this and download. Just download it. Just save image as furniture. Furniture. We have office supplies, right? Technology logo icon. Let's see something just for, okay, let's use this. Save image as technology. Okay, good. If you go to your download, you're going to see this option, download. You can see the 2 here. So you copy this, you go to your document. Oh, sorry, the PC. Is it PC or document? Now, let me check document file first. Let me check document. We have Tableau repository. So you have shapes. So under the shapes, you can see, so I have this as a superstore. You can create any folder of your any folder. You can give it a name of your choice, and you can put it in any of the folder you like. So Control V. So I've pasted it here now. I can now go back to my Tableau. So I'll just come here and reload shape, reload or reset. So let's come back here now and check the superstore again. You can see that we now have new items there, which you can use for furniture now. For furniture now, we can use, see this. And technology, we can use something like this. For office supplies, we can use this and click apply. What did I pick here? Okay, it's not showing. This is show office supply. Office supply with this and then assign palette. Apply. Okay. Why is it showing me shape again? So that's just the way to bring your image. You can see that we can see the image, perhaps because of the type of the data it has, maybe. It's okay. So you can see the image inside the Tableau. So that's how to bring your image into Tableau. And like I said earlier, so let's quickly leave that. Next thing I want us to look at is the shelf, the page shelf that we actually came here to come and look at. I'm going to leave. I will leave a single item here, perhaps on the shape, so that we won't have too much thing to track. Let's just leave these three to track now. I will take my date into the pages shelf. I take my page into the page shelf. Now, what I want to do now is I want to see this 2016. On the right side there, you can see we have the year order date. If I click on this, it's 2017. Click on this, 2018. So you can see this all the sales per year. Each yearly sales is being shown here. If I click on this, show history, move like this. So we cannot see the effect of what is happening here now. Now let's do something. Let's the let me click on this. Let's wait. I think something has changed here. I changed something here. Okay. Under the show history here. Yeah. Under the show history here, you can see there are options down here. Mark to show history for the selected mark, highlighted, manual, or all. So let's select all. The length, the mark, is it mark or trade or both? Which one? I'm selecting both. And the format. So let's use format. Let's use black. And since we want this, the kind of trail, let's use a broken line and click OK. So that is we want to show this thing. So when you click on this, you can see that it's showing us what happened between 2016 and 17. This is 2016, right? When you click on this, it shows 2017 how the sales go. The sales went from here to this place. This one, the sales here went up, the profit went down because this is sales. The sales went up truly, but the profit came back. Here, the sales went down, but the profit go up. Here, the sales also go down, but profit went up. So move again. So you can see in 2018, this is what happened in 2018 now. Then 19. So you can see it's showing the history of how each one went. This is what we use the pages shelf to do. We use pages shelf to achieve something like this. That is, it shows you the history of how each of those items works. Now, if I use this option, you can use, I've been using this option so far. If I use this, it will move by itself. Let me use this. And let me use this now. It's fast because I used 3. Let me use 1 to reduce the speed. So let me click on this now. What's happening? Not responding. Let me use 2 then. Okay, slow because I used 1 before. Okay. It's very slow. Very slow. Good. So we can see we use this to track that. Also, there is another feature also under. So we also have another feature. So there are plenty features that we can always look at. Okay, let's add a filter to this. Let me add a filter to this. Let's talk about. Let me add the filter. Where do we have filter before? I think we have one filter that I didn't remove. Okay. Okay, we have a filter here. We have a filter here. Let's say I want to let me add region to this filter. All region. All. Apply. Apply. So let's show it. Show filter. So you can see the filter here. So under the format here, you have this annotation. Is it analysis? Analysis stack mark highlighter. Okay, under the format option here, of what it does is that oh, animation. This is it. I was looking for this is what I was looking for. Animation here. So Tableau also have a way to do animation for you, which you can also format here. Let's see how animation works here. So if you select something like this, unlike before, that the thing was just showing up before. But now let me reduce this. The fast, let me put it in medium. Do you see how animation works? If it is line, you can see that you can see the way it's working. You put on low. So those are literally 2 other things that make Tableau to be interesting also. So, and you put on very low, very slow. So that's what we use the animation to achieve there also. So it works just like the other side of the page shelf. So as the page shelf moves, the same thing with that also. So that is that on this. I think we can have our break. We can have our few breaks. Then when we resume, we'll continue with our actor. And I want to introduce a new concept of joins. I will introduce join and relationship. Join and relationship. How to create a model. This is a kind of model we have in Power BI. How do we do that here also? So we're going to do that after the break. So let's have our 10-minute break and come back by 1:20. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm back. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. So, um, let's quickly come back. We're back. Okay, good. So we can continue with our work now. So let me quickly download the workbook I sent to you. Okay, so as you have them in my download now. Now, here we have employee. Here again, employee sales. Hello. Okay, so I've downloaded the workbook. So now I'm going to start a new, fresh workbook. A new, fresh workbook while I'm not closing the other one in case we need to use it again. There's a new workbook. So I'm going to connect with the data called actor and I think it's which format? The actor and this. Is it Excel or CSV? Let's check the properties. Let's check the properties. Okay, it's Excel format. So let's go back to Tableau and connect our Excel file. So actor and director. Okay, so we have two sheets in this workbook. Please, are you with me? Type yes in the chat box if we are together.
Yes.
Type. Okay, good. Who else again? Are you with us? Yes in the chat box.
Well, are we creating new workbook or what? I don't understand.
Yes, new workbook. Yeah, we're working with a new workbook. Type yes in the chat box if you are with me. Okay, so the workbook I connected now is actor and director. That's the name of workbook. Inside that workbook, we have two sheets. And each of the sheet has a table. Let's quickly check the data itself here. We have the data. You can see them here. So we have this director and we have this
So,
actor.
Akim,
So
is it
please,
new
at this
sheet we
point,
are creating or we are closing the tableau? We open it.
new workbook. Click on File and click New.
Oh,
File, New Workbook. New workbook. I've not closed the other one I was working with. I've not closed. You know, remember, you are going to save it online, so don't close it before you close. Save it online before you close it, please, so that you can still go back to it and update it and use it for more analysis later. Okay, now, so the data we have the actor and director. The reason why I want us to look at this data is because I want to explain the concept of join. That's what is called join in SQL and in the Tableau. I think Mr. Idris must have taken us join in SQL. So we won't spend more time there. At the same time, we're going to use the same data for relationship also. So you can see the difference between joins and relationship or model. Okay, now so I'm bringing actor into the sheet. You can see data we have now. You can see our data now. We have the actor. It has 7 fields and 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we have 7 fields. We have actor, actor, the title, company, rating, tobacco incident, tobacco impression, tobacco and actor. I think this data set. Hello, Anna. Hello. Yes, ma'am. I'm with you. Okay. Okay. This is the fresh page. That's the reason why I said, please always watch the last class before we join the next class. Bringing data should not be our problem at this stage again. This is a fresh page of Tableau. Connect your data. It give us this page. Then I selected Microsoft Excel. The data I want is this. I just click on this data and you can see them here. Actor, director. If I have 10 pages, all the pages and the table inside them will show here. So now I now bring tag actor, I drag it into the center here. Then we can see that we have the data as it was before. I think it's easier and simpler. So here we have the year, title, company, rating, tobacco, and impression. This data set, I think, was created to see the impression on a film. A film where the smoke and films that do not smoke, where there's no smoking. I think that's the essence of this um, the actor and director whatever in a tobacco. It is tobacco data set. This is part of a large data set used to analyze a tobacco incidents. Just a part of that data set. Okay. Now you can see the data here clearly. Let me scroll up here. Let's change more, please. I think you can all see this data that we have here. These are the 7 columns we have: year, title, company, rating, tobacco impression, tobacco impression, and actor. That is actor. Everything here are inside actor table. The one you are looking at the top is the name of the table where we brought them in. Now, I want to join the directors table to it. Let's quickly look at how it's going to look like. I'm dragging directors table into this. Now, it's showing error. Showing error. Why? What is the error here for? Tableau does not know which column to join to which column. So let's quickly look at them. Here on the actor side, we have actor, company, rating, title, tobacco, and the rest. Here also, we also have similar thing. Company, we have director, we have rating, we have title, we have tobacco. So that means there are some columns that are the same. So in this case, let's just use director or actor. There's actor here, and there's no actor here, right? We have tobacco, we have director here. Let's check the difference between the two. Actor, who are the actor here? Director, these are the director, Steven. actor, actor, Anthony Hopkins, Sarah. Can they be the same? No, I don't think the director and actor are the same. Michael Bay. Michael Bay, no. I don't think the director is the same. Okay, let's use the title of the film. The Post, Transformer, Murder. The Post, Transformer, okay. I think we can let's use the film. Now, let's join the two tables together using the film. I think we can use film. Use film. The other and the other one cannot work. So let's use film. Title, film title, and the film title. Yeah. So that is it. We've created okay, where this equals to this. This is relationship. You remember we did something like this in Tableau and in what do you call it? In Power BI. This is called relationship. There is there used to, before now, um Tableau only has joins before. You can relationship, we create relationship between the two, and then when you go to your sheet one, you can see the two of them in different table. Actor table, this table. This is relationship that I've created now, but this is not join. How do we create join in Tableau? So I'm going to take the actor table out now. Click inside this actor again. You can see the actor table, actor itself. The actor is there. If I want to create relationship, like let me quickly see this. Let me quickly do something for us here, so that we can to refresh our brain on what we did in this thing. Connect data. Let me look for a text CSV file. Sales rather. Sales data. I think you remember our sales data. Sales data in this sales data sets. Okay, I remember 2015 sales. Connect this and okay, not this. Not this. There's a customer. I think we have customer something. Customer. Okay, here. Let's connect this. I want to explain something here. Okay, you remember this data? You remember our data here? These are sales data that we have. Calendar. You remember where we join calendar to our, oh, it's not working with this. Customer table. Returns. I think return as sales, Abby. Sales link to all of them. Abby, the product table, territory table. I think territory has the relationship.
Master Kim,
Yeah,
Master Kim, today like
yeah.
everything is faster. Where are we joining to? What are we doing now? Where did you bring sales again?
Just keep following. I've done something there. What I did here, it will not clear very well here if I don't use the sales data that has more data to explain that. You get it now? I want you to see difference between joins and relationship. You get it? So I want to use join here, but I want to show you clear. I'll show you something here that will go back to the sales listing. Exactly. So that is it.
So
That's what I
you
want
are
you to do
bringing
here.
sales inside this place now.
So I want to add. Let me add to this.
Sales of
You said
what?
what?
What sales
You
are we
know
using
data now.
here?
The one we this data we use for our this thing now. Our Power BI.
I,
You remember?
oh, you will tell us now.
Uh-huh.
That 2016, 2017.
I've said it. Yeah, I said it. Maybe your network. Maybe network to threw you out. Then I've said it already. So let me bring. I said I'm going to use the sales that we're already familiar with. This is data that we have before. So you can see that we have the sales. This is relationship. You remember what we did in our Power BI. So relationship. This is how to create relationship in Tableau also. You just drag it and then you can connect them using the key. So let me bring more data again. Let me bring um, product category. Which one is inside our sales? Let me click on sales. I will explain what is happening to you, please. Our sales as product key. Okay, product key. Let me bring product here. Product E. Yes, we have a product category. Subcategory come before category, right? Don't need this. Okay, I think subcategory come before that. Subcategory. Please hold on, please. I will explain. I want to get the data connected. So I will now use it to explain to you better. Okay, we have customer sales. Okay, and we have category now. Okay, okay. I don't think we don't need a customer here. Oh, let me remove this. Okay, now from sales. Sales. Then since that is the number one data, we have product category. We have the product itself. Products. Product itself. Product category. Okay, and the product categories. Okay, so other ones can also come like we did it before. We can also do this, all the one we have before. Customer. Okay, this one is not ready. So this one is not ready now. Just look at the date and we connect the date, other date, and the date itself. So we can connect this. See, so once if Tableau does not get it right, it will show you, it will give you a dialog box where you can connect what to what. So I just use this as a sample of what we have learned before. So where we are going is this down. Hello, do you understand this relationship? Just at least this normal, just drag and
Yeah.
drop and they connect the table. Not just like normal one we have before. Which is this is
Okay.
what we did. This is what we did in Power BI, just to link them together and they work together. Now, but where we are going is this one down here. This is relationship. You can see that each of the tables still stand alone. When I click on sales 2015, you see this is sales table. Click on calendar. This is another table. Click on customer. This is customer table. Click on product. This product. You can see that each of the table still stand on its own. Can you see this product category? We have three lines, three columns, three columns there. Category also has two columns. So all the tables are here. Now, what I want to show us here is the difference between relationship and join. Sometimes we want to join two tables together to become one single table. Sometimes we want to join two tables together to form one single table. That is when we use join. Now, look at these two tables. I want to join these two tables together now. Instead of relationship, you can see that they are together. They are separate now as a table. But instead of this relationship now, I can drag this thing out. To create a join, I will double click on this subcategory. You can see when I double click it, it opens a new big table. Now, I will now bring in my category into this. See what I'm going to get now. Now we now have join. Now, these two tables now has become one table. 5 columns, 37 rows. You know, we only have 5 rows and the other one some few rows before. Now we now have what? A single table. The two tables have now become a single table with 5 fields and 37 rows. So let's go back to where we were before. Let's close this. Can you see that the long tail here has been compressed into a smaller this thing here now. A minute, please. Hello, I'm back. Okay, now you will see that
Hakim,
instead of
Hakim, Hakim.
hello,
Sorry, that
yeah,
directors and actors, have you removed it?
no, is this is table is different. The new file is here. They
Where
are
the
different.
table of that one? The
Don't
actors
worry.
and the director.
I'm, I'm explaining something here first.
Okay,
Put your
okay.
mind here. That is it's like Excel workbook. I have different. You can be using 3 workbook on Excel at the same time. You can work on different workbook. You can see this is the BMC Superstore. This is actor director. This is sales analysis. Can you see my screen? So this one we are focusing now. I'm using this. We are going back to director and actor to explain more things. But I want you to see the relationship because that's just two data. It may not be clearly seen. Now you can see that the table now has become one table instead of 2 tables that we had before. It's now one single table now. That is called join. This is the essence of join here. Now let me go back to actor and director. Does it make any sense here at all before I go back to director and actor? Can you see the difference between relationship and join? Join will
Yes.
create one single table for the 2 tables. If we join customer to sales now, it will join them together and create one table. You get it now? Now let's see how the table is being created now in actor and director. This is a small data that we can see clearly what each of the joins means. Now, to create joins here, I double click on this director to open this box for me. Then I bring in my director into this. Remember, we have inner join. The inner join means that Tableau will look at actor table, look at director table, and link only the columns where the title and the title are the same. Only the two. Since if you look at this, we only have two titles that are the same: the post and transformer. Here also we have the post and the what and transformer. That's all. The mother, Batu, and Kong are not here. So the inner join we look at where the interface join for us. This is called what? Inner join. Now, is that clear? The inner join, is it clear? You look at the two rows that are the same exactly, that has the same name, title name, and link them together. That is the result. So it's creating one table for us now. The table will have just two rows. This is called inner join. Now, let's look at the left join. The left join now. Let's see left join. That's what it will look like. Now, look at the left join. In the case of the left join, everything in the first table comes up. Everything in the actor table, you can see everything in the actor table are here. But only the rows in director that has relationship with the table was refilled. Can you see? Only the two rows that has this thing was taken from this table. From the first table, everything was refilled, but from the other table, only the rows that that we can find in the first table are returned. Only the post and the transformer were returned. Out of how many rows here? From director row, out of the 4 rows, only the post and transformer were returned because they can be found in the actor table. Can we see the difference between the two now? Between the inner join and the left outer join. The left join. Then the other option we have is the right join. In the case of the right join, it will pick everything on the right table. This is director table. Everything on the director table will come. The 4 rows will come. Only the rows that are related to this table will return from the left table. You can see the difference now between the 3 examples. The first example only return the 2 where they connected. The second one repeat everything from the actor table and just the few from the right table. This time around now, everything from the right is coming, and with the little that is coming, that is related from the left table. And the last join is a full outer join. This will defeat everything from the first table and everything from the second table. You can see now where they intersect. You can see them, the first 2 rows. The next 3 only have the left join, while the last 3 only has what? The right join, the right information. So this is full join, which combine all the tables together. Does it make any sense at all?
Yes, for me.
Okay. Anyone again? If you are confused, let me know. Are you confused?
I think generally our head is today.
It's cool.
The circle
Our head
between
is full.
the circle Yeah, so but the circle between the actor and director, how do you get to that level where you're showing circle in between two of them?
In between of them, that's what we come to learn here. That is join. That is called join. That's what we
How
have
did you
come to
get the joint
learn.
now? And how
I'll
did you
click
get
on
get
this.
to that level that is showing? Click on what?
Okay. Okay, let me remove this. I'm removing this now. We only have one here now. What you do is when you have a data you want to join with, if you drag this like this, it will show you relationship. It only do what? Relationship only. You remember? That's why I went ahead to go and explain what we have there. Relationship can be created by this. So let me edit relationship. Sorry. Let me edit relationship here. We select which column, the title, and the title. See okay now. That's this is called relationship. Each of the table still stand alone. Can you see, Mr. Geoffrey?
Yes, I can
We
see it. I'm
affiliated
watching.
them, but they are independent. The two tables are independent. Now I'm taking this out now. Now to create relationship, instead of dragging this to this, I will first double click on this one. Now there's a table around it. I will not drag this thing into this. Now this is called join. Is that okay now? Is that
It
okay?
will drag director. It will drag director into it.
Yes, into this box. If there's no box, what you drag, anything you drag is relationship. But inside the when there's a box like this, it will create joins for you. Is that clear now? So that is the difference between joins and relationship. So we use relationship when you want to match two tables together to form one table. That's when you create a relationship. When you want to create one single table, we use a relationship. We use a join. But when you want to just to link them together, we use relationship, like a normal relationship that we are all used to. Okay, so I think we get to the end of today's class, so we can meet. So we are supposed to finish our class tomorrow. Our class supposed to finish tomorrow, but because of the Python, we added the 1 day on Python. So perhaps we are going to meet next week and have our final class. But we are going to meet tomorrow for our Tableau. We are going to end Tableau tomorrow, and by next week we look at the other things together. Although Tableau, we are almost done with everything in Tableau, but I just want us to. We're almost done with everything we want to learn in Tableau, but still we can still learn more. Sha. Yeah, we can still learn more in Tableau. Okay, I think we can call it a day for today, and we'll meet tomorrow by 1:45. Yeah. Any question? Any comment before we call it a day? I want to stop the recording. Okay. Let me assume there's no this thing. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. I will send the video when it's ready. Please let's try and watch the video before the thing pile up, please. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. God bless you.
So
Good night, everybody.
yeah, we are starting a new class by April 18th. So if you want to introduce any of your friends, you can always introduce them to us to join the next cohort. Thank you very much.